What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kids NBA, and this is a topic that I have put off for a week or two, just because, I was gonna wait it out, try and see if there was any development with this Oklahoma City Thunder team. And obviously, I don't want to jump to conclusions. It's always kind of annoying when, you look at something that's happening, a trend that's happening, you make a video on it, and then it just kind of goes away. Like when I was talking about how, the Orlando Magic, are they good all of a sudden? And, I didn't say they were good. I said they were going to be I said that at most they could be an 8 seed that could sneak into the playoffs. I wasn't that high on them at the time. But the point is that, the whole topic of the Orlando Magic being good just kind of faded away. They had, a massive losing streak, and now, they're, in 12th place in the Eastern Conference, where they really don't serve any relevance to anybody good at this point. So there's no reason to follow up on a topic like that. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have had a very turbulent first 27 games. Of course, you've had these bad fourth quarters. You've had these terrible shooting games by Russell Westbrook. You've had some defensive failures by Carmelo Anthony. But overall, it just kind of adds up into, this Oklahoma City Thunder team is wildly inconsistent, and they lose games to some of the worst teams in the NBA. And I saw it happening at first, and I was like, they might figure it out. And today, I just feel like we've gotten to a point in the season where I don't feel like this team can continue doing exactly what they're doing and achieve the success that they're going for. Because this is a team, remember, coming into the season, some people, I wasn't agreeing with this. I said they were going to be a 5th seed before the season. You can look at that, because literally everybody was jumping the gun. They were saying, oh man, this Thunder team, they can compete with the Warriors. I had them at a 5th seed. I did not think they were going to be this explosive juggernaut team that a lot of people thought they would be. And now, not everybody was thinking this, but I think most of the people agreed, and me too, that this is going to be one of the best teams in the Western Conference. You have Russell Westbrook and Paul George, and of course Carmelo Anthony all on the same team. This is a team with a lot of alpha personalities, but really good players. We were thinking last year, man, Russell Westbrook, he led a team with nobody to 48 wins, or however many he had. That's how good this guy is. But we realized a few things. First of all, we realized that Victor Oladipo is a legit star, and he wasn't really doing, what he's doing now when he's on the Thunder. And a lot of people are thinking, maybe Russell Westbrook held him back. Maybe he did that. I don't know. But there's a lot of questions, and I think I've gotten to a point where I can narrow down the 3 big problems, and the 3 people that are to blame for this team not being where they should be. And for all you people that are going to say, man, just wait, they're going to rattle off 10 games in a row, and by the end of the year, they're going to be in the top 5 in the West, and no one's going to care about this because they're going to have a really good stint at the end. They're going to be playing really well going into the playoffs, and everybody's going to know this team's a threat, and that very well may be. However, I don't think that it's very likely that this team just magically puts it all together, unless somebody makes a change. Multiple people even, because I think there are 3 people to blame with each of their problems. And the first person I'm going to start with is the head of the snake, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, I'm not going to act like the entire blame for this team losing should go on the shoulders of Russell Westbrook. However, I don't think that Russell Westbrook, I'm starting to question this more, is he really a guy that's making his teammates better? And to be honest, I don't think he is. I know that as an isolation player, Russell Westbrook is as deadly as they come. He's one of those guys that no one can really guard. And he does have good vision. However, I'm not sure how much, he's really looking at what's going on and thinking, what do I have to do to help this team win? He's kind of just doing what he's doing. He's like, okay, well, this game, I'm going to play better. I'm going to make more shots. I'm going to shoot the same shots, but they're going to go in. Russell Westbrook is shooting 38% from the field, and he's a volume shooter. That's really bad. I know that, he's passing the ball and he's grabbing rebounds, but at a certain point, everybody's got to sacrifice a little bit. I think Russell Westbrook totally has to shoot less jump shots. I don't know what he's thinking, taking threes, when you have Melo and Paul George take threes. Look, I'm not saying he can't take threes. I'm just saying you got to take less threes. And not just threes, but just jump shots. Russell Westbrook should be getting to the basket. He should be looking to pass first. If you're ever on a team with scores like that, you got to find them. You got to get them involved too. You can get your buckets. The defense will become easier to break down the more you get other guys involved. And I like that Steven Adams lately has been playing really well because he's a guy that you can get the ball down low to and make plays. But Russell Westbrook, what he's got to do is he's got to shoot the ball less. He's got to get guys open more. He's got to be more of a floor general. And I'm not asking him to be CP3 or anything, but I'm just saying I think he might be a little bit too concerned about triple doubles. I think it's true. I know a lot of people are saying, well, look, the team won more last year when he got triple doubles. But this year, it's not, there's no reason to do that. There's no reason to chase triple doubles. I don't know if he's really doing that or not. He might be. But in order to make a winning team with stars like this, you have to sacrifice. You should not care about your individual anything. Like Carmelo Anthony. He's the next guy. Carmelo Anthony has such an ego problem. And he goes right along with this. And it's more so with Carmelo Anthony. You cannot be arrogant. You can't be thinking, look, it's got to be me. Because that's what Melo's doing. He's thinking, no one else can start in my spot. It's got to be me starting. I can't come off the bench. Carmelo Anthony still doesn't play defense. Carmelo Anthony still is just an isolation scorer. And Carmelo Anthony is still detrimental to the team when he refuses to come off the bench. And this is why you look at teams like Golden State and San Antonio, and you wonder why those teams, there's no problem with them meshing. It's because everybody on Golden State, as much as I hate Kevin Durant and Golden State now that Kevin Durant's in Golden State, he did a great job of sacrificing his workload, of being like, okay, I'm gonna just, play in this team system. I'm not gonna do, my own thing because I'm trying to win. Kevin Durant, as much as I don't like what he did, at least he wasn't, trying to be that guy that takes over the team and he's thinking, oh man, I'm the best player, well, everything's gonna go through me. He sacrificed a lot in terms of how much he had the ball. He worked on his defense. He became a really good defensive player because he wasn't, using so much energy on the offensive end. He could kind of focus on a lot of different aspects of the game. And all of that goes to helping his team win. And Carmelo Anthony, this is a guy that he's kind of stuck in the past a little bit. He's a guy that in today's NBA, with the team you have, he would be ideal coming off the Thunder's bench. The Oklahoma City Thunder has a depleted bench unit. They need somebody to get buckets for them consistently. Carmelo Anthony could dominate second units. They don't need him out there against starters. With Russell Westbrook and Paul George, you don't need Carmelo Anthony. It's overkill because you're going to lose out on shots. And there are going to be more opportunities where it's like none of them are in the game or something like that. Carmelo Anthony's got to be in there with the bench. You got to bring him off the bench. Do it. Billy Donovan, do it. And that's the third part. That's the third person to blame is Billy Donovan. And Billy Donovan might be, the biggest problem. I think he is, because clearly Billy Donovan isn't really disciplining anybody on this Thunder team that is assuming a star player role. Because he isn't saying shit to Carmelo Anthony. He isn't saying shit to Russell Westbrook. He isn't saying anything to those guys about, Russell, like, you can't shoot this much. They're just doing the same thing. I mean, what did Russell shoot the other day? He was like 3 for 17. And it doesn't make any sense. Why are you still taking jump shots if you're shooting that bad? Carmelo Anthony's still starting. And their big three still has terrible shooting percentages. They're not playing a team game. His system isn't something that they're playing through to get everybody the ideal shot, because they're still playing iso ball a lot of the time. It's just, I don't understand what he could possibly be doing, because it doesn't really look like a lot has changed for this team. We're 27 games in. Their flaws have been evident for a while. However, you're still seeing the same team play the exact same way and just thinking, okay, well, we'll get it right this time, or we'll get it right this time, or we need to string together a couple wins and then we'll be on course and we'll be fine again. But I don't know. I really don't know about that, if that's really a good strategy. Do you really think that, if you have guys playing this bad, that you're really doing your job right? Do you really think that the way you're going about it is the right way? You think they've just been cold for 27 games, an entire third of the year? I don't know about that one. Russell Westbrook, why is he shooting 5% worse from the field if he now has help? Why? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why are guys shooting such terrible field goal percentages on this team if they're getting better shots? Everybody. Each of the big three. It doesn't make any sense. That's going to do it for this video. I laid out my 3 flaws with this team. 1 for Russell, 1 for Melo, and 1 for Coach Billy Donovan. And yeah, that's it. I mean, this team they need to change something. Whoever it's going to be, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Russell Westbrook's just going to start not shooting as much and taking better shots and being more of a floor general. I don't think there's going to be like a sudden change. He's going to play his game. Melo, he's more likely, because just saying, okay, I'll come off the bench is just one thing you got to do. Changing your game a little bit, it's harder than it seems, because Russell Westbrook always plays the same. I really don't think Russell Westbrook is going to just start playing more like Chris Paul now. It's just, he's kind of like relentless. And Billy Donovan, maybe he'll snap into something when he's, taking a lot of heat and he's like, okay, I got to do something now. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm just saying this is what they should do. The Thunder are in trouble. Whether they make the playoffs or not, I do think that they will be out real quick, maybe, but maybe they just play better against good teams. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't really believe in this team at this point. Let me know what you guys think down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.